Hello and welcome back to the Reapers. We are cracking on with the coffee campaign. We are now at day 37. God knows how we got there. But we have. Now, let's go to overview, boys. Coffee campaign, 9th of October, day 37. It's 9 AM. The situation is we are now in phase 2. What happened, we've had 2 days in phase 2. And we've now succeeded in pushing the front line back 40 miles. The reason that's happened is because we've cleared enough SAMs, mainly short-range SAMs, out from the original front line, which was about 20 miles to the east of where it is, west of where it is now. Because of that, the red vehicles were getting dangerously exposed. A10s were starting to make mincemeat of them, so they've pulled back to their next kind of range of SAMs. Now, my apologies, I forgot to put the SAM rings on this, but you've probably seen this map enough times, you know exactly where it is. So big SAM rings all over here. Speaking of that, the boys did do a lovely daring attack on the SA-10 last time, the Hornet, and they did take out the track radar, and it probably is disabled, that SAM site, but I thought I would leave it in just in case to see if it can work without the track radar. You never know with the SA-10, it's so confusing. So we'll see what happens. If it doesn't work, then what I'll do is I'll recycle those units back in the next SA-10 along. That's that. Next, let's go to where are we going to? Nav. Where's Nav? There it is. The weather is dynamic, shifty dynamic, so we don't know what it is. Generally, it seems to be not too bad, though. It seems to be pretty friendly. Kutaisi and Tanaki are our same runways as ever. Nothing new there. Remember that we're taking off to the east. AWACS, we've still got Overlord, and Reds have still got their Overlord. They're just impossible to kill with any type of weapon. They just won't go down. Intelligence. Right, so here we go. On the stop press, red forces pull back 25 miles for better SAM coverage, as I've seen. So the front line is now 40 miles or so away from Kutaisi. 2, blue units at front line. So the blue units have pushed them back and or are in the process of pushing them back to that front line. 3, unconfirmed reports of red surface-to-air missile crews receiving, let me change that before my triggeredness goes, receiving advanced training from a foreign power on how to defeat traditional anti-radiation missile attacks. Spelled wrong, let me correct that. We'll talk about that during our tactics, we won't go through that now. Sightings of 2 times large red fuel convoys fleeing towards the front lines. Southern convoy will pass close by helicopter AO, and let me put a full stop and a full stop there. So that is so these guys are lagging behind the retreat, basically the fuel convoys, and they're going to pass not too distant away from the helicopter AO. Something we'll cover more in our tactics. 5, second SA-6 detected to the north during attack on SA-10 in last mission. Okay, full stop. NOTAMs, old red territory. This is the 9th, the 10th area saturated with short-range IR and guided AAA. We now have hard deck angels of 18, 20 over the front lines. Remember that is ASL, I think. In force when flying over the battlefields. What we had last time is half of you guys just charging around Angels 5 and just getting shot down, and me shouting and getting more and more annoyed slowly. 11th of the 10th, Reaper drone operating out of Kutaisi. So that's going to be interesting. That's something we'll talk about in a bit. I've just got to knock back because I realised I put the date in wrong. Okay. That's that. A lot of targets, boys. A lot of targets. So get your notepads out. Check on recording. Okay, Alpha is the original target. It's all hostilities, basically. The location is east of us for the medium priority. All types of threats, targets at all, and any target of opportunity. Spelled wrong. Bravo is infantry / vehicles on the front line. Priority medium. Same threat. Target to military. 2 times red and 2 times blue platoons of infantry Vics in conflict at the front line require halo support and medivac rewards. I'm not going to go through all that again because it's the same as it's been in the last mission. Go back and see the last mission if you want to know what's going on there. And that's it. We've weakened the Reds a bit. We've taken out about 12 hostile units now, but out of 2 platoons, it's not a great deal. Charlie, West SA6 grid ref that. So we're not allowed like accurate grid refs, so we can't drop particularly accurate stuff on them, but that's a rough idea of where they are. Threat is high, or priority is high. Those are the threats. the SA-6 and supporting anti-air. It's a mobile SA-6, highly skilled, full complement of supporting short-range air-to-air, i.e. Tor, Strela, Tunguska. Next, the same thing, but is Delta with a different grid ref. Next is Echo, a fuel convoy, and we'll see the target images. Priority is low. Same threats as ever. They are fuel trucks, large road convoy of fuel tankers with embedded road mobile AAA, heading east. Foxtrot is fuel convoy south. See target images, and that's a high priority. Same threats, fuel trucks, large convoy of fuel tankers, same thing basically. And we've got helicopter rewards for that. Golf, long range SAMs, or low range. Is it low range or long range, guys?
Long range.
Long range SAMs front line, medium priority, same threats as ever. Any SAM radar emitters, and the description is prosecute any remaining long range SAMs with standoff weapons when primary target is neutralized. Sec target damaged. SA, I'm not sure what that means. SA-10.
Just a secondary target is the remains of the SA-10 if we get a chance to take it out.
Roger. India is next, as always, is low priority, but taking that AOX out will massively hamstring them, like to the point of death, so that's always a thing there. Threat picture is there. You all know the map roughly by now. I don't really need to talk about that. Just watch guys going into the flanks. Like we had last time, we had F-14s going right into the flanks, literally 40 miles into the flanks, top and bottom, and they're just getting killed by like SA-8s. You just don't need to be there. F-14s, just stay in the blue zone. You can do your job literally just as well by staying in the blue zone, and then you won't get shot down. So watch out for those flanks, including F-15s, because those SAMs are all there still and embedded. Helo targets. So we've got the red FARP there, the blue FARP there. They're equidistant to the main primary helo target. This is not the fuel convoy, but this is the primary rewards. You go in there. If you remember, if you kill everything, you get 2 airframes. You kill half of the units, you get 1 airframe. If you medivac Caesar, you get 1 airframe. And there may be rewards as well for today's sub quest, which is taking out the fuel trucks. I'll let Obi talk about that later. Air threats are usually the same. Su-33s, we've got a deficit of -1. So the way it stands, we get basically 1 extra 4th gen fighter airframe. Blue ground forces are the same. Inventory. Getting a bit low on Eagles and AV-8Bs now. We're just having big losses on them at the moment. Hornets, pretty good considering how much we use them. We really do use them. We've got 10. Tomcats, good. 12. Mirages, plenty of them. Feel free to use them. F5Es, feel free to use them. Su-25s, got 11. That's okay. AGS, Vigan, bucket load. So if you've got a target for a Vigan, good work. A10C, more than we could ever use. So lots of A10Cs and to use. It doesn't matter if you get a shot down, and they can do lots of damage to that front line. So feel free to go and do that. Choppers, we've got 14 airframes left. And that's it for that, guys. We're next going to go look at target images. Do you want to run through this, Obi?
Yeah, can do. So target A is just an overview of the rough locations of the 2 SA-6 sites, which are the main long-range SAM threats at the minute on the front lines. So just gives you a rough idea of where they're positioned on the map. And then target B is the west one, so the one that's most southerly on the map almost when you look at the first map. It's somewhere within that circle. That's as good as we're going to get, so we're going to have to look for it visually with T-pods.
Cool.
And the target C is the northernmost SA-6. That's a bigger area because basically the Hornets detected it on the RWR at their 9 o'clock when they were down at the bottom of that rectangle. And that's, we've just guessed there, 13 nautical miles is probably the distance you would be at to an SA-6 for it to give you a spike and launch on you. So it's somewhere again in that rectangle, don't know where. And then the last one is just rough locations of the routes the convoys will follow. They will all start on the far eastern side of those rectangles. The northernmost one heads west, and then it's a southwest down, and the southernmost one starts roughly where the rectangle starts and then just heads almost direct east. But we can, for the helos, we can go into more detail of how to it'll be relatively easy to find because it's following a road basically.
Roger, that's going to be my only question. Okay, that's fine. Okay, cool. Right, so before we start going into the finer details, we need to sort our teams out. Let me just check. Sign up. So what we need is, let's see how many boys we got here. Boys. We've got, stand by, 26. Oh, we've got a pretty good 26 every time now, haven't we? So what we want really is 4 flankers, 2 red helicopters. So if we have one more flanker, anyone, doesn't have to be anyone particularly good, but just someone that can roughly drive a flanker.
Shifty.
No, he wants to do something different. I think he wants to do something a bit different. Come on, there must be another one of you that can drive the flanker.
Rage, join the red side, give them something to fear.
Nobody.
That's really
Fire. Shifty will go over if nobody's going to do it.
I'll do it.
Seahorse is going over.
Okay.
No friendly fires,
Well
please,
done,
Seahorse. Right. Reds, your mission is the same as ever, your rules are the same as ever. Anything you want to ask before you head off?
Are you ready to die?
Yes.
Just before Kingston and Harrison go, if you're looking for the convoy, look inside the rectangle on your map. If you zoom in, there is only one road that runs in that rectangle, so you follow the road and you'll find it eventually.
Eventually.
Roger.
Right.
Okay, boys.
Good luck, boy.
Off you go. That was easy.
Goodbye!
Usually,
See it on the rest.
Good luck.
usually a massive pain in the ass getting them onto reds. Right. Just let them go. 5, 6. So that's a 10. We've got really predictable now. We've got 20 blues versus 10, including the respawns. Well, actually not including the respawns. Or versus 6, however you want to look at it. It's good. It works out just right, guys. Okay. Right. Okay, guys. So we're going to need, let's just sort it one thing at a time. We're going to need some more cap. We've got 2 Eagles, 2 F-14s, and 1 Mirage. That's not going to cut it against 8 flankers. So have we got anyone else that wants to go send?
Just before you start doing anything, can you please not alter the sign on the sheep, because that's given intelligence to the red forces. So if we can keep the sign up sheet as it is, it gives them a less of a clue of what they're facing.
Right, but how am I going to know what's in each group, though? Because I need to check we've got strong enough groups.
Pen and paper.
Roger, okay, I'll do... Oh, we are getting a bit technical, aren't we, boys? Stand by as I guess Supercap gets his notepad out. Right, is there anyone else that wants to go? Currently, our cap is not really strong enough. It's not going to do the job. Is there anyone else that wants to be added to a Tomcat hammer?
Yeah, I can go trash.
Come on, trash, off you two. Right,
Sorry, Cap, to interrupt, but to just add to the cap, 2 of the Hornets are going to be mixed load, and they are going to roll into cap pretty early on to protect whoever's attacking the SA6s.
Roger, I understand that. I'm still only looking at kind of full-time cap, kind of general cap at the moment. So we've got trash, Whistler, okay. Right, F-15s, we've got Rage, we've got Latham. Does anyone else particularly want to go F-15? Well, so we've got 20 guys, so that means what? Kind of 10 cap, 10 ground attack.
Yeah, you haven't put your name down, Cap.
Oh, I haven't even started yet. I'm doing the boys first. Are you in Redshifty?
No, I'm in F-14.
Oh, my bad. Yeah,
Another 14 would be nice.
I haven't got a clue what I'm going to do yet. I'll say, well, it's up to you guys. I'd say F-15 if anything, but it's really up to you boys.
You could be used for an F-14. Wahaha.
The cap's on a secret mission today.
Oh.
I'll tell you about my secret mission in a bit. Okay, Sabre. So that was Buick. Sabre has got Bear. Any other possible co-pilots for Bear? Mirages are useful because they are basically throwawayable. Okay, Harriers, Cypher Atomic. What are you two up to today?
We're operating as the eyes for the F-18s to chase us into red territory.
Understood. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So there's 17 down here. So there's 3 guys to go on, including me. That's 2 more. Hornets, what are you guys up to today?
So we are going to work with the Harriers to locate the SA6s, and then 2 of us will be using harms on the Tors and the stuff surrounding him, and while the other two will be sat back with JDAMs to drop on coordinates passed from the Harrier T-Pod.
Roger. Understood. I should say at this point to the viewers, what we found out last week was we found out the SAMs, because of some weird shifty magic, the SAMs have got triggers on them that shut the SAMs down when they're being shot at, something like that, and that's why we haven't been able to kill the long-range SAMs. We only figured it out, and that's why we started losing lots of men last missions. We've figured it out now. Some brainiacs figured it out, and that's why the boys have got to do some special strike today to take the SAMs out because of that. We can't just lob AGM-88s at it. It just doesn't work. You saw my videos asking why the AGM-88s weren't working. That's why. Anyway, no figure. So you boys are already sorted. Elo, what's your 20 today?
I have no idea. I'm just up ready for tasking.
Roger. I would. It's really up to you. You can be.
He could go after the convoy.
Can you fly an F-15?
He'll just die if he goes down that low. Anyone will. And this is going. He doesn't do helicopters.
To be honest, since I did this mission, the Northern convoy is probably. It doesn't matter if it doesn't get hit because it'll still be in on Wednesday. So it doesn't really matter if that Northern convoy. It's it's just the one in the south for helicopters, really.
All right, we'll come back to Elo. A10Cs, you know exactly what you're doing. You're going to obviously be at the front line there, or as soon as you can get there, and just staying above Angels 20 and popping Mavericks and stuff down. Did a really good job last time, so if you can just double up on that, that'll be perfect. Elo, because we've got all our ground attacks sorted, I prefer to put you in a cap aircraft, a Tomcat, an Eagle, a Mirage, whatever you're best at, because we haven't got enough people protecting at the moment. So that's what I prefer you in.
Yeah, I prefer 15.
Yeah, go and do that. I haven't got much use for you in 2.5 today, to be honest.
Tactical question today.
Send.
That front doesn't look like an ideal push for anything if we're just trying to shut down those airfields. And I think Red knows this. The northern and southern flanks look like ideal pathways we might want to try consider carving some of the SAMs out for maybe I mean, maybe not today, but for a future mission, because the northern and southern flank has got less ground forces, and it's just opened up a lot of options for deep.
Exactly.
That's our aim, is to try and take out the SA6s, and that really opens up the flanks for attack effectors. And then we just got to keep our eyes open for SA8s and the more short-range SAM systems.
We'll come back to that, Whistler, because that's what I'm planning to do today. So we'll come back to that so we don't go over it twice.
It was designed for that in mind.
Roger.
That 10 might still be working.
It may still be working. Yeah, that's right.
So.
Roger. Zulu. Hello, because you're an expendable F5.
I'm gonna take an F5.
That's fine. So basically, yeah. So what I was going to say, if an opportunity arises where you need to sacrifice yourself, just help a friend do it. Of course, you are.
Copy that.
You're an expendable
You
asset.
might as well. You might as well jump in the Mirage flight because you'll be fighting in a similar manner.
Yeah, go in the
Mirage. Hit no trees.
Go in the Mirage.
Trash. I've gone up to the Mirage.
Roger, whatever. Roger. Chopsticks, Dove, Trash Flight. Just keep those radars down. You guys have a habit of going over targets. It's just the thing. Zulu, do you guys know what you're up to? Any advice or anything or whatever's?
We're basically just going to attack the convoy in the front line, so yeah, we'll be fine.
Yeah,
Roger.
we're all good, I think.
So is the convoy more important than the main quest then? Is the convoy... Okay, I'll let you guys decide.
It's probably either or, really, isn't it? It's probably more something different than do it because I did the main quest last time for the Halo. So and
it's got a high priority.
Yeah, well, I thought you'd enjoy chasing it more, and the Reds are probably going to try and protect it as well. So
Roger.
There are 3 lives available at the front line.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. Either way.
Roger. Okay. Are the helicopters got 3 dives now?
No, that they'll be available, won't they, for getting airframes back?
Yeah, I mean they're really...
For 2 kills and rescue with 2 helicopters.
All right, I'm going to leave it to you. You might want to use 1 life for going for the convoy. If you get shot by a SAM or something, then say, right, that's not going to work. I'll use my next life to go for the quest, whatever you call it, the middle thing.
We could put a consequence in for the convoy getting through or not. I don't know. It's fuel, so we could say some units get stuck, or if it doesn't get through and they don't if it does.
Copy. Okay. Right, we're getting there, guys. Is anyone not in the sheet or not know what they're flying? Either way.
Yeah. Yeah, King isn't in the sheet.
I was going to... Who's the other guy? Vaz. Are you happy with the Warthog?
Yeah, sure.
Yep, get yourself in the Warthog, fly with Florida and Leiden, just stick at high altitude. You may or may not get shot down by flankers, but it doesn't really matter if you do, so just do your best. Really easy to kill friendly ground units here, guys, so double, triple check that your location, you're not attacking a ground unit. Friendly ground unit, you can see it on the F10 map, so you should get a fairly good idea.
You'd like to jump in an F-15 with us, King Deer?
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
What I was going to have is going to have King Deer as my navigator in a CU-101, but he doesn't have it, so go and do your F-15. And what I'm going to do, chaps, is test out. I want to start carving a path for the Vigans to go through, okay? So if we go to intelligence, I haven't decided if I'm going south or north yet. I'm going to go in a C-101, because it's excellent visuals. I'm going to go as on the deck all the way, either north or south, and I'm going to try and see how well I do get into the hostile base. If I get there, then I'll try and do something cool, like take out airframes on the ground or something, whatever. The chances are I won't get there, but I think I'll learn a lot about what I can get through, what I can't. I'm quite good at dodging SAMs now. But I don't lose anything from a CD-101 airframe, so I might as well just go and do it. There's plenty of you without me.
Remember the mission we had where you had to run the gauntlet through the SAMs? You can get there, no problem. Doesn't matter how many SAMs I put down, you can get them.
The issue with the C-101 is its speed. It's not going to have any chance to outrun a SAM, regardless if it gets detected.
Hey, if he can drag away one of the flankers, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Let's say if you want to do that, then maybe you want to take a Vigan with an ELINT package, and then you could actually do some enemy intelligence.
I hadn't thought about that, and we do have Vigans to burn, don't we?
Yeah, do that.
I'd take the north route because you're shrouded by the mountains all the way into the bases up there.
And they're already based for doing low altitude strikes.
Roger. I mean, I don't really... We're too early along the campaign really to start taking out runways. Not that I'll be able to do it anyway, but I could take some gun pods or something with me. And it's more, to be honest, more for a recon mission than...
Yeah, so you want to... Ideally, you want to survive. You just want to dive in and dive out to do an ELINT, and even if you haven't got your ELINT actually on, we can just use that as a simulation, if that makes sense.
Roger. Okay.
You'll want that speed.
Roger. Oh, yeah. I'll decide what I take in there. Maybe an F5, because it's halfway in between.
Countermeasures.
Cool. Guys, that all sounds pretty sexy to me. Any other queries, questions?
Obi, are we going to push phase 2 for this mission, do you think, or should we hold that for another mission?
See how we get on, but I think we could definitely think about towards the end of this if we've got a gap to take the Tomcats and shoot that AWACS down.
Yeah,
it's totally gettable.
Definitely.
Roger. Remember the rules, guys. You're not allowed outside the you know what.
Yeah, it's totally doable.
It's doable. You can get to it definitely now with that SA-10 in the middle run.
A couple of Tomcats or a Tomcat at 40, another one at 30. You'd be excellent.
Cool. All right, boys.
But leave that up to the Tomcat guys to decide whether
The SA-10 will still get you at 30,000.
Is anyone?
Yeah,
but it's not active.
But you can fire a Phoenix out at Angel. What 60 miles? You should be able to pick up an AWACS with Phoenix potentially.
Possibly. These things are durable, though. They're going to take at least 2 Phoenix's hits before they'll even...
You know, looking at the Tacview from last week, there was a track radar left on that 10, so it could very well still be operational.
Track was down on that SA-10.
That tall track radar is still up.
Yeah,
after all the Phoenixes going through the AWACS previously, there might be no point going after the AWACS with 14.
So, I mean, it's a secondary consideration at the end of the day. It's something you do if you don't have another job to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let's see how we do against the enemy cap. If the situation is fluid enough, maybe we can do it. If not, then we'll just do it for...
The 14 seem quite good at keeping them at bay. If one of the 15s went to get the AWACS, then we could go in low.
You won't get in close enough.
You won't be able to on the 15.
There's another 10 over there. You won't be able to get close
And we can't waste any more airframe.
So we can lose 14s. We can't lose 15s. We've got plenty of 14s.
But 15s are actually much better at closer guarding the
Well, You don't really want to send anybody after the AWACS then?
Yeah.
No, it's just a
The
consideration.
C-101 can go get the AWACS.
All right, boys. Anything else?
Yeah, just to make the cap aware of where we'll be operating. Hornets and the Harrier will be if you look at the overview map, the southern tip of the blue front lines for the first SA6 is roughly where we'll be orbiting, about Angels 25 around there, which is about 15-20 miles from the SA6 site. So if you could orientate yourselves to keep them away from us from there, so the Harrier especially can focus on trying to search with his T-pod.
Obi, question.
Send.
Are you going for the northern or the southern SA6 first?
First one will be the one that's marked as SA6 West, which is the one that's the furthest south on the map, the one nearest to the blue.
Okay, copy that, because I planned on operating in this area with the SA-10s, so if we can see something, I'll patch it through to you.
Perfect, thank you.
Like no-go zones beyond that?
Yeah. Those are the
Yeah,
borders.
so if you cross the border and it gives you an advantage, they'll take it off the airframe list.
No, look,
So
look. This is how Cap explained it. If you cross the borders, evade a missile or, try to kill an enemy by flanking or whatever, he will take an airframe from away from the red team or the blue team, whoever does it. And if you,
Is there an echo in here?
what do you mean?
Yeah, I think so.
Literally just wanted to say.
Oh, okay, nice. But if you, do it on accident.
How does he determine whether it's
over there
hacking or not?
accidentally, you're not going to get stung.
I've been outside and he hasn't called it out.
It's only
I'm snitching on you.
I'm not going to say anything, but realistically speaking, I think if there's a war of this type going on, those countries, if someone flies a mile into their border, they'll be like, you know.
Nah, I flew out and then I was like, oh shit, I'm outside, so I flew back in.
Yeah.
I mean, we got the F10 map to see, so it's good. Okay, so what's our plan here, boys? It's gonna be a long.
Are they flying out of Kutaisi?
A firm.
Okay.
Kutaisi and Sinatra.
I know that south of the front line is a very mountainous region, and we can easily flank from the south.
Yeah, but they have a hawk system on Senaki, so keep that.
Oh, that's why we have mountains.
Yeah,
Can't
don't
go
forget
through
we've
mountains.
also got a long flight from Tbilisi to the area, so you need to go slow. And don't go high, because those phoenixes will twat you in the face.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to burn there. That would be silly.
Indeed, nothing matters.
Maybe even fly cruise at high altitude and then get into the mountains when we get.
My plan for me and Harrison is to fly south through those mountains, pop up, and basically vicar this shit out of their.
Yeah, it focus any kind of SAMs or anything they have first would be great.
I'm wondering how shitty the RWR for the KA-50.
There is no RWR.
No, the air-to-air version.
I have no idea, mate. It'll be the same as the others, I imagine, which is just a bunch of flashing.
Yeah. Basically shit.
Yeah. Unless you know what, I've got a picture that Onslaught sent me, which is quite useful. You can use that.
The only thing it tells you if it's planar on the it's an AWACS.
It tells you the planes, what they are, a bearing, whether they're in your blind spot, and it will give you a rough range.
Give me. It's been a while since I've flown a Sukhoi.
Yeah, I'll find the image for you.
Cheers. You guys ready to fuck him up? Fuck him up. Aren't you supposed to be defending the convoy though, Kingston?
No. Are we? No one told me.
You're supposed to.
K-50s, we can't really do air-to-air.
No.
I mean, you can, but
Well, you proved that last week, Harrison. Come on,
Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, mate, you did it.
Alright, they got 4 Hornets, 3 fucking Tomcats.
I'm pumped. I'll tell you why. Someone said put rage on red so we have someone to fear. And I swear to God, I am going to try to kill so many blues.
Mate, go for it. I'd love you to. I genuinely would love you to.
Trust me, I don't need any encouragement. I'm ready.
Do it for the team.
You want to strike fear into their heart.
I just felt so disrespected.
I apologise, Squirtle, but I don't know you very well, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a lot of people don't know me, so it's
Make yourself known.
And for all I know,
Don't
I
take
might
it personally. It's never meant that.
I'm one of the old guard. I was here a long time ago, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So,
Question: do we have 2 lives? Question mark.
Healers have. Yes, you do. Yeah.
Oh, Roger. We shall spend them very carefully. Right, Squirtle?
Yeah, no self-sacrifices, please, guys.
yeah, let's not do what a lot of people like to do on Rider, which is just waste the first airframe to get a kill, and then be careful with this. No, be careful with both the airframes. You know.
Yeah, because
I want to go for the Hornets and the F.
If you can, yeah, but don't risk your airframe. Because I remember when we've got a deficit, what we want them to do is push further east, and they get deeper and deeper into our territory. So their flight becomes longer and ours becomes shorter, and the advantage then swings in our favour. So we need to harm as many of their resources as we can before they get to us. But don't be stupid by doing it.
Okay, how about we set up a chainsaw in our what's it called?
It's not going to work unless it's really far back. It's not going to work because they outnumber us. The chainsaw is going to have more blades than us.
Hmm.
We're going to have to do guerrilla tactics.
I need to take a phone call, guys. Please bear with me.
Yeah, there's no way we're going to set up a conventional fighting method against a force that's 3 times our size. And just in fighters.
I mean, that we have to get them east. You know, we have to
Yeah,
draw
so you
them.
drag them, but that's not a chainsaw. You drag, so you get them to want to kill you, and then you fall back east. It's not really a chainsaw, though. Ideally, they will run into our SAMs, and maybe someone else from a different aspect can come in and swoop in, but it's not a chainsaw. Maybe a guy, if you're drawing east, you could have somebody north that's not being looked at closing in, right, towards the south. But having a guy to the east as you're falling back east while they're going east, they're going to get SAM warnings. They're going to turn around. Chainsaw doesn't work. Or worse yet, you have 4 of them coming at you, and you have 2 of you in a chainsaw, right? You're going to get out chainsawed, and you're both going to die.
Yeah, all right. Yep.
So what we need to do is basically set up in my opinion, flankers need to basically be in a flat 4 formation, like a fingertip, across the entire front line. So we just have a flanker along the entire distance. That'd be about an 80-mile spread between us, but it's enough for us to have a friend on either side if you're in the middle, or if you're on the edge, you'd have a friend to the south or to the north of you that you can call for help from.
Mm-hmm.
And our chainsaw, if you will, it's not really a chainsaw, but our support from the rear will come back from us with the drawing, and our SAMs will cover our retreat.
Yep. All right. Let's do that. You know, Kingston, I don't really believe this because the problem with it is there are different planes. I don't know.
Yes, you only
It's
get
the same
one
RWR.
warning.
I know, but you know, you have different radars and different power. You know, the F-15's radar, F-14's radar.
Well, it's as accurate as I can get you, Shadow. What the fuck do you want from me?
So you're only going to get that it's a plane, or that it's.
You're going to get a plane and an estimation as to roughly how far away it is from you in what direction. That's it. That's all you're getting. Take it on.
All right, bye. Now, Kingston, why doesn't head tracking work with you?
Because I use an online streaming service because my PC is about 3,000 years old.
Yeah, you're using Shadow.
So I can't get it to link up with the system correctly.
Oh, you can't get your camera.
You're streaming your game from another PC?
Yeah, it's a long story.
No, I've heard of that before. What's the lag like? The latency between
Almost it's negligible. I can't really.
Wow, that's impressive.
Shadow.
Bearing in mind, I'm connecting to a 1 gig internet connection with a 100 meg internet connection. So
Yeah,
it's
that
not
explains a lot.
When you do it on wireless, it gets a bit sketchy.
Yeah.
The reason it doesn't affect any of you guys is because the PC that's actually playing the game has the 1 gig connection, so you guys are sound. If there's ever going to be a weak link in the chain, it's between me and that. But it's 12 gigabyte RAM. It's an 8-thread share of a processor and a GTX 1080, so it does the job for now.
Yeah.
It's like £30 for a month, though. Right?
No, mate. It's nearly 30 quid.
What?
What's
£30
it in a quid and a pound? Yeah, he said 30. He said 30.
I thought you said 70. Sorry, Shadow.
No.
70 would be ridiculous. I'd rather just,
Yeah, I'd rather just buy a
play.
PC for that.
Yeah.
Save up for a few months. Just buy a PC.
Okay, 2. Ready to copy. Wait, you going precise or no? No, just a regular. Go ahead. Hammer 1 taxiing 08. Go for 2. Wait 1. I have my new skin on. Fix the problem. Okay. Okay, so it's north 420402. Roger. East 431445. What is this? 31445. This is for 2. Safer. So that will be just our hold point almost. So go no further point. Hammer 1 takes off. Out of range of the FA. 6. Copy. Is that for us as well there, Obi? Yeah, I mean you can use it as a reference I suppose. It's about 18 miles from the centre of the Hammer 2 taking active 08 Katesi. Well, hopefully once we get you a JDAM coordinate you'll have a precise one. Roger that. Yeah, I think, who am I with? Ruby? You with me? Hammer 2 rolling. Roger 2. Roger, we're just gonna hold back, out of the way and wait for our just orbit 32 and then we'll just hold. Yeah, it's about 10 miles east or so from Katesi, it'd be perfect. Hold there. So, our waypoint is about 35 miles from here. Correct. Just double checking. I just want time to be able to run in at fast speed and be able to pickle them off. Yep, I will leave it to your judgment, Zane, as to where you think is best. Roger, I think we're going to go east, west of Sanaki. They'll give us at least 10 miles to roll in. Tommy, you making your way to 08? Roger that, moving to 08 now. Okay. Who's going to be assigned to which of us Harriers for tasking? So, we'll give... Whoever finds the target first and we'll sort it out from there. We'll all stay on the same fleet. Whichever one of you two finds what we're looking for, we'll pass off and then Zane can decide who takes it. He's in charge of the JDAM element. Copy. And if you ever want to roll in, Ruby, are you happy to convert the coordinates or do you want me to do it? Oh, I can do it. So, Cypher, if you just pass us the raw data from your T-pod, and Ruby will convert to the one we can use. Copy that. Atomic will just run a north-south racetrack somewhere near the front line. We'll try not to go all the way out to it. Roger. Yeah, the actual blue front line is, you'd be safer over that, I would say. I was thinking Angels 28 because that puts us 25,000 feet above the Tunguskers, which means we should be. Yeah, I was actually going to try push Angels 30 in all honesty, maximum I can achieve for reliable flights because we want to be as high as we can because that will force the flankers to come together as well. Then
M1
catching all the flight. Just caution conning over the front line. Exactly. Over flight. Are we all ready to go? Feeling forward. Chicken ready. Ready. Roger, okay. Taxi to 08. Okay. Traffic, Caleb flight, taxi 08.
Basic traffic, Dagger flight taking active 08.
Push the F5 on your right.
Yeah, got it, mate. That'll be a cap. Falling behind these F-15s. Is that 5 of them? 4 of them? Ah, just the 3. Okay, taking active left. We'll just take off as a pair. 2-second interval.
3, 1, hang back and I'll slide in there. 2, when we just get down here, we'll stop. I took to you, but I took 3 harms and 2 extra aim-120.
Okay, Atomic brakes on spool up.
Hey, Sagan, just so you know, you're 3. You know that, right?
Brakes,
Roger. Okay.
Well, I was going by the sign-up sheet.
Yeah, you're the element lead.
I don't want a position of authority.
You're too bad.
You're looking at the wrong sign-up sheet, brother.
No,
everyone is going back to 90 RPM.
I changed it.
Roger, Ruby. So on takeoff, we're going to basically come right, and we're going to climb out 270.
Up to that. I'm sure try and do a sexy takeoff pretty close-ish together, not too close for wake turbulence, but then you guys break off to the right.
Roger. So, can you go do you see my skin?
On your 5 o'clock.
Okay, reduce to 25% RPM. Yeah, go fishing. Let's smash.
Obi, did you take 20 C's or 20 P's? Charlie.
Okay. When we stop up here, I can reload and put a couple more C's on.
Perfect. Sorry, that's my bad. I forgot to tell you I got distracted by J-Dams.
J-Dam distraction. I'm gonna reload. We're gonna have a little bit of fun with this cloud cover, but hopefully we'll be able to get our visuals.
Roger.
Who's ready?
Well, traffic,
and wings level.
Ladder floor, or lining up 08.
I'll pull in behind you, Obi.
Okay.
Gonna increase power to 90 RPM, begin to get a bit of a high AOA.
Roger, I'm at 217 knots.
Yeah, I'm showing a low level as well, pushing 93% RPM to reduce my angle of attack.
Seems like the 27, sorry, are over the southern mountains.
Flight Rogers.
Lead is set. Set. Flight, taxing out runway 09, flight of 2 Mirages 185.
2 seconds spacing, lead in gate.
Good rolling.
Okay, T-pod working. Roger, what's up?
3 rolling.
4 rolling. Ready for the northern one first? Try the southern one first, it's closer. Whiskey flight taking the active runway. Roger. Full takeoff. J2 will just proceed runway heading, climb up to engines to right.
Ruby setting 20-degree climb, full afterburner. Braking to the right now.
Buick flight, do you have a positive idea on those contacts or range? Because we are not seeing them. Speed check. PSSE rate. 350.
Two bogies, heading 090 from me, they're hot on me, 80 miles, Angels 8.
North Mountains.
Okay, Atomic, adjust your course to course 180, right hand turn, gradual. Go for level flight.
180 level flight, coming.
Lead is slow, right turn 2092.
Copy. Right turn 09.
J2 fencing, get the harm set up because we'll try and get rid of those first. Primary targets will be FA-15s in the area immediately to the east of the waypoint.
Saber flight lining up, Cortese runway 08.
Big 1 code. Whiskey flight airborne.
Who's fenced in?
Who's fenced in?
3, you're calling.
Once you get on course 180, we'll go for a gradual climb again.
The ambition of all running there.
These burners on just to get to altitude.
So do you have that group 2068 for 60, or sorry, 081 for 60? You're hot on me, I'm heading 270. Probably got 09.
I believe so, but they're popping up in and out of the mountains. I keep seeing them go on and off the scope.
Roger.
Okay, Dagger flight, just clean up to now. If I see any threats coming in, I will give you a heads up to the west. Copy that, I've got visual on one of the convoys.
Heading up 270.
Just keep an eye out along the borders as well, just in case.
Off again.
Harriers, be advised, we have bandits incoming. You may be in danger in your current location.
Super flight, taking off runway 08, Cortese. 3 scanning back.
Copy. FA's clean for us. Wind level, going for a 3-degree climb.
Whistler, where are you seeing these bandits? Are the South Mountains or North Mountains or in the centre?
I see them in the north.
4-3, level.
A wager they're doing a pincer attack from the north and south flanks.
Roger, I'm coming back hot. Whistler, I'll be about 20 miles behind. Halo lead, I have a SA-6 on there.
We got 1 less than 20 miles. Gonna start a slow descent to see if we can wake up the SA-15.
Something visual SA-6 tracking radar at southwestern waypoint.
Hey, fam, ditto. Alright, Leighton, I'm pushing my luck with this range. I'm gonna turn back cold. Ruby, prepare to copy coordinates.
Copy that, I'm on. Looks like the bandits have turned cold. 40 miles from me.
you can stay a bit higher behind me if you want.
Got to pop the radars back. Spike SA6. Atomic, relay your coordinates to Rubicon.
Roger that, sending coordinates now. North 4200965. North 4200965. Roger. Easting 043344617. Easting 043344617
from Zulu flight. That's right.
Visual on I've got missiles on. Is 2508.
Pushing too far into enemy territory.
Height 2508. Copy.
Alright, Leighton, the Hammer 1 is circling back north with you. See if we can't pick these guys up.
Roger. I've got a ECM. That's about it.
Do you want to second target up on
Mountains, 140 from friendly border. He's in hot. I'm on.
Roger, Shagan, ready to copy. Okay, Shagan, stop.
Okay, right, get this out. Near the border on the southern mountains, about 140, 40 miles from the border.
Worcester, I've got a guy about 50 miles, Angels 8. He's kind of flanking back cold and to the left. My current heading 085.
No tally.
Safe at the moment.
Roger, I just got him back.
Turning code.
Angels 8. Still about 50 miles.
Yeah, Frost Fish, you've got clouds on the way. Stand by. 3AFK for 20 seconds. 5
Lima Charlie.
Go ahead for rip. Okay.
Thank you.
Stand by for receiving launcher at north 4201643. I say again, north 4201643.
Right, bring us back hot, Angels 9085 from here.
I repeat, north 420.
Are you ready for east?
Roger. East.
Race 40 miles.
Ready for east.
East 04333 I say again, east 043
turning now.
33084. I think I got about 50 miles.
Roger. Okay,
Roger. Almost 35 from there.
I'm seeing a height of 2485. Unknown what unit that is.
Bandit,
Charlie Bennett.
close, 9 o'clock.
Copy, making right RTP. Head back towards Ekatese. Don't even get loaded out of there. Keep nice and high. Anybody sees any missiles, give us a shout so we can start spewing flames. 3 back. Okay, set course 30, correction 29.
Roger, got it plugged into my, what's it called?
Yep. But he dove again, I don't have him. Ruby, did you press N?
Repeat. Come again.
Ruby, you unrecognized.
Please come again. Ruby, Fox 3 and the guy got ready.
Do we use rage?
Roger.
Don't know if to laugh or to cry.
I think cry.
He's turn cold.
Okay, that's turn cold recording.
Okay, I've got one near. Maybe 30 miles, he's cold.
We'll reposition.
Okay, I'm pushing out too far, they're cold, I'm running back.
330. I mean, that's 300.
300. Okay, it's not making flight north then.
Saber flight 3 established north on cap vector 0927 3024 miles.
Climb up to Angel 25.
25. Did we get 4 coordinates? My engines just died? Yeah, there were missiles out.
I have 2 so far.
Yeah, that should be enough to knock out that Samsung. Yeah, you're smoking. Ruby, do you have those?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I go for the first. Your coordinates would be north 42.
Put both of yours in, release both of yours. Program both of yours. No, I'm completely out of engine power. I'll hold. I'm going to try and set down in a flat space, but I don't expect anything good out of this. You should be able to press in at afterburner, release. I think it was and then split S and get out of there. Stalling out, can't save it. Hammer 1 punching out.
Damn it.
There's a chap left, right, and centre here.
Yeah. Shit.
Okay, 7, ready to receive coordinates?
Send.
North 4201 38.58.
And send east, it was Estrella.
East 43 33 50.52.
First one, 4201 38. Oh, bad luck. .58.
Roger.
East 433350.52.
Roger. Height 2585 feet.
Height 2585.
Roger.
Do you have a second?
Yeah, from here.
Spike SA6.
Yeah, let's we'll roll back in on that SA6 and try and get rid of these arms, but we've got to be careful. There's a flanker within 30 miles of us somewhere.
Got it. Three, do we have a second coordinate?
Yep. Okay, second coordinate, north 420057.9. .09? 0.90.
Oh, 0.90.
Sorry.
Send east.
East 433437.02.
Read back. North 420057.90. East 433437.02.
Roger. Elevation 2508.
Elevation 2508 feet. It'll take me a minute to program. What is Spike Mirage?
Magnum times 2,
If you're chasing traffic, be advised you have a Reaper on final. And I can't get these things, I can't these things to lock up on the page switch.
Have you got your left MFD selected as with a diamond?
Yeah, oh no, you're right. Stupid rookie move.
I'm in a gradual left orbit.
Halo flight, whiskey speaking.
Send.
Halo, I have tally on the western SA6 radar. Do you have the coordinates yet, or you still need them?
We do have some coordinates. We do have some coordinates. Wait one. I'll just double check what we've got.
Yeah, you got the search radar.
Just outside of the cipher, there are 2 search radars.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Are we ready to engage? Wait one call for Halo. We are engaging one target shortly, and we'll see if it's the same one as you've got.
Copy that, just let me know if you got them.
Will do, appreciate it, thank you.
Tomek, I'm pushing a bit closer to the front line so I can get a better visual on what I'm seeing. You stand off a bit in case I get caught.
Roger that, I'm trying to see that furthest eastern waypoint, but I can't see over the top of the hill.
Yeah, we're going to have to clear this first site off first before we even think about searching for that one.
Alright, Roger.
If there's a second search radar on this western site, we need to engage that first.
Did you manage to get your radiator off, Redfor?
Yeah, I got them all.
Nice.
Oh, damn it.
Okay,
we just lost another F-15. I need cap support. I've got a Bandit 138 for 10, 12,000 hot. Every other F-15 is dead.
Unbelievable.
Okay, try and drag him west.
I'm overflying blue now.
Try and drag him west if you can. Okay, Redfor, that's also we'll have to turn in and try and help him out.
Tomek, I'm seeing markers at my 7 o'clock. Actually, yeah, 7 o'clock here. Is that friend or foe?
Looks friendly. F-18.
Set, programmed, beginning running.
Okay, I've got 2 bandits, range 30 miles, bearing 054.
Standby coordinates, Strela.
Roger.
Strela at north 420. 1518. I say again, Strela at north 420 1518 north east 0433 2221 east 0433 221 height 2571. Turning code and retreat. Halo 1, what's your heading?
Heading is 055.
Copy, 055.
Somebody's running 180.
Got a Bandit Angel 6 coming in from the north. Just lost. left. I think I had one go down at least. Oh, Jesus, you're kidding me.
Yeah, I think we lost all the 15s.
Oh, shit. Pressing in. I've got 4 minutes to release, accelerating. I'm on afterburner.
Yeah, you're kind of clear to proceed.
Yeah, Whistler's the only friendly cap remaining, I think.
Leeds current heading 270.
SA6 launch. 270. Coming back.
Yeah, come back, Ripcord, you're quite far ahead.
I'm not losing this airframe, mate.
You turn back, I see you on SA, and then I'll turn hot and we'll base track.
Right, I'm just about to come up on 270.
Halo Whiskey, do you have confirmation on the coordinates yet? I have visual on Halo 3, so... We are currently 4 minutes to drop, I think, on those coordinates.
Okay, do you want to double check them with me?
On the original 2, yeah. Gonna be taking those out here in a minute.
But send the coordinates and I'll write them down.
Okay,
Halo 1, Halo 2, fuel state 3.1.
We have morphing 420038.53.
Copy.
And a easting of 433529.71.
Okay, copy both. I will...
For the SA6 tracking radar.
Appreciate that. Copy both coordinates. If we don't get it on this strike, we'll use those for the next drop. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll be launching my harms off as well. As soon as I drop these bombs, I'll be targeting the SA6 with harms and double tapping it.
Okay, 2, I'm turning back hot. Proceed, you keep heading cold and go past me. There's a bandit following the guy behind you back, so I'm going to try and scare him off.
Copy.
So far, I'm at your 2 o'clock low, Conning. Conning,
Is that a flanker spike?
Roger, spike 29.
No, I'm reading it as 6 spike, not 29 spike.
Roger, I can't see you, my lollipop.
Yeah, I've got my early warning page up just so I can see what's going on.
As soon as I drop and empty off the harms lead, I'll be turning back for RTV.
Sure, we'll do the same. 1 minute, 20 seconds to go.
1 minute.
The lucky gas.
F15 is RTB bigger fuel. Recommend Hornets switch to a cap roll because we only have 1 times F14 available up there to cover you.
Copy that, Whistler. 2 times Hornets are already on cap.
Cap splash flanker.
That's cut off, yeah.
Shit!
Cap, are you in a Ghost F5?
Fucking, I just followed him back home and shot him.
I think the system thinks DCS thinks you're dead, so that you're probably not showing up on their SA and shit.
That works for me, boys.
Go gun their SA10.
Oscar Mike.
Going down.
Halo 1, Halo 2. Halo 1, Halo 2, just off my statistics. I'm gonna need to get fuel.
Does seem like they're bugging out the reds to maybe refuel, so it might be a time for us to do that.
Yeah, I'm at 2.2.
I'm okay, I'm at 5.6. I'm going to hold up here for a while until you get sorted.
Okay, you good with me leaving you?
Hey, firm. I'm not going to get out of trouble. You stick on, you might as well stick 4 engaging target, Pickle. 2 times. I'll let 120.
Copy, I'm gonna go into Tsunaki.
Cap splash second flanker.
Guns, yes, A10. Seed flight, please call your missile shots. Strafing the attendant.
Unglaublich.
Zero 4 turning code RTB.
Cypher, are you still up?
Holy
AFM.
fuck a moly.
That's a shack on something. I'm just doing a racetrack deep until we get BDX. Flight F-15, like...
Well, running at 52 far away, I can't actually see what I was targeting now, so I'm moving back in.
I'm seeing potential missile launches by something, so...
J-Downs are tracking.
I'm guessing there's tours firing down there. I'm seeing trails.
Yeah, Tor got my arm.
Radio check 243. And Charlie 555.
Okay, Hello 3 and 4 recommend you rearm or the same again when you land.
That looked like a close miss from that first JDAM on the search radar. Second one here is dead target. And a plane just blew up. Yeah, the SA-6 is still alive. Yeah, we just lost the F-5, caps down. Lost traffic late F-15, final runway is right.
Zero 4 RTB.
I'm so tempted to run in there low level and sidearm this fucker.
I mean, we're so high, they might work from up here.
Actually, might.
Bandit in with the front line caps. Right. Got him right. Box 3. Up 3 times 2. One call.
Well, I'm heading back in towards the southern SA-6 site.
Helico's inbound, Zanaki 09.
Whoever's low over the front line heading east, evade, you have a bandit close in and 2 Fox 3s inbound to get him.
Copy that, Whiskey Flight is pushing west.
Sure that he's not careful, but he was going to get shot by the flanker, so...
Certainly an A-10, doesn't matter.
Hope he's now Winchester. Heaven 2 advise we're ready to take off.
Traffic runway 08, make it.
Oh, it's okay. With the helicopter to Kingston, I've just killed him.
Zanaki Corky traffic, shaking initials.
Halo 1, Halo 2, I'm
initially to Zanaki right now.
Obi, if you Winchester, get yourself in and get yourself some weapons.
I am doing.
I shacked an SA-8.
So, Ruby and Zane, who want 20s and 2 halves each. I'm going to grab some JDAMs and prosecute the because the A10 pass on coordinates, we're going to try that.
Roger that.
Roger.
I will press in with arms.
Atomic has coordinates of an SA-6 launcher.
Yeah, we need a track radar down for the SA-6.
Whiskey 2 F-5 is send it
Sonaki traffic. Halo 2's initials. Chicken turning final.
Halo 4 dog. I think I have a lock on a possible 12.
We'll make that dead.
Roger, ready to send coordinate.
Okay, send atomic, I'll copy him.
Roger, 42004. 26. Easting 04335 231. Height is 2483.
Copy all. Traffic level 420.
Sonaki charge, Milky traffic, shaking finals. 3 down the walk. Okay, we just lost atomic.
Must have been, there were no bandits showing on SA, it must have been low. Maybe the squirtly just been done by an Avenger.
Fucking hell, not ghost bloody planes again. I'm sending code.
It's just come on now, it's just flashed onto SA and flashed off. Could have been on SA, it was just inside the outer limit of the range. Heavily downwinds in LA.
Sonaki traffic, Halo 2's final. Sonaki traffic, shaking code active.
Yeah, pull cold cipher and we can reset. Come right back to Katesi. There's very, very little cap out there, isn't it? We're just getting this closest SA6.
Think we can kill this close SA6, I'm happy. I'm getting nails from a 29. Yeah, I don't like that. Shit, I'm being spotted by a 29. I'm gonna go to the dirt. I've been launched on. It's okay, it's me, I'll get... I'm notching him now. I'm driving hard for the dirt. Can you give me a vector towards some friendly sound?
Head due east.
Waypoint 0. I'm heading straight down at the moment. Waypoint 0.
W6, what?
Kutaisi basically. There's your sound protection. Yeah, I'm trying to make it that way, but... Mirage, check your fire, Mirage. Uh-oh, not again. Oh, Jesus.
I think you took over on the outside.
Yeah, I'm just watching out for fucking ERs, that's all. So I believe I'm the only Mirage left I haven't fired.
Whoever's in the big gaggle of 4 friendlies over the front line, you don't have bandits mixed in with you. Four friendlies close together over the front line, merge, bandit.
Ovi, I can press into that 6 with 4 harms and probably get it. Yeah. Go low and fast is your best bet.
Go for it, I'm saying you guys go with your harms and you want a few 120s as well. Either you take out the harms.
I got them on the waist in case we need them. Roger. Sydney Katasi, I'm getting call 084 for 28. I've only shot 4 harms at it, I'll be fast. Okay, I'm building for altitude again. They won't catch me, mate. I've got my lucky arms. Lol. Break. Newsflash, my Hornet stick has been dispatched. I say again, my Hornet stick has been dispatched. 5 to 7 day shipping. Important message out.
Okay, aircraft over the front line with bandit. It's been down by 30 times, which is currently clean.
Can I turn back in? I'm being nailed by the SA6 again. I'm really tempted to go low and fire side on strike because this is getting ridiculous.
Well, I've got some A10 coordinates here, which is slightly different than the ones that we sorted before, so I'm going to try them with JDAMs.
Roger, you give that a bash. I'm turning back in anyway just to see what I can find.
Don't lose another Harrier. Capital have a stroke.
Yeah, I'm not going to risk another Harrier, trust me.
Capital have a stroke.
The fucking tan atomics are getting yourself shot down, that's for sure.
Saber lead, MiG-29 Spike, radio 060 out of Contasi. The Bandit is not an SAL to 160. Do have him now, radial 090 or 100 miles. Out of Sonaki. 70, copy. This fuel truck's slow.
Yeah, I'm seeing a nails from a 29 KG pop-up.
He is on SA. I got him at 80 miles, 78 miles now. Bearing 080.
Light whiskey.
Bunko. Bunko Jazzy.
The SA6 radar that I gave you the coordinates for earlier is still active. Can you go ahead and take it out? Over. A-firm, we're rearming now. We're going to be attacked on your coordinates. Sorry, I didn't get the last part. A-firm, we are just rearming on the ground and we're going to re-attack using your coordinates. Okay, copy that. ETA 10 minutes to drop.
Copy that.
803 taxiing to active 09. Copy. NSA6 engaging set of fuel turns. Something strong. Halo 3 F-18 rolling. Halo lead, Halo 2, you want me to do a full air-to-air load out?
Okay.
Just about done.
Flight Corky, light taxi room is 08 F-15.
Southern convoy destroyed. Good job. Some of us are getting things done today.
Yeah, we shot a bunch of harms off. We have red pushing in.
Break, trash, caution, bandit, 6 o'clock, 10 miles or less.
How far away is that fucking
Angels 4, trash.
Trash copy, I'm on the deck, evading west.
Quality traffic late, no stop takeoff for late 08, coming from the mid-tax.
Sonaki traffic, engaging frontline troops.
Okay, I have a S6 search radar at standby for busy coordinate. Coordinates are 4200643. Company. I say again, north 4200643. East 043-35496. I say again, 043-35496. Altitude 2655.
2655, copy. Cypher, I would RTB containing now. There is a bandit out there and you have 0 cap.
Copy. RTBing now.
Shipping was just taken up. Taking traffic. Over Castle 4 yards. 4 active. 420 feet.
Friendly is in the central
area, you got a bogey. Whoever's at Angels 18, you got a bogey coming in from your north.
Expected traffic will be taking off.
Copy that. Halo lead, Halo 2, I'm airborne. Halo lead, Halo 2, you copy? Copy, I'm going down. Sorry.
Okay. Halo lead's taking off from crazy.
Kept in the air. Signal 15, I'll be wherever you need. Just call out.
I'm still in the air. I'm going to try to intercept back home. There's a bandit crossing on Capsite. There's a bandit roaming around the front line, the central area of the front line. Never mind.
OB, I have the 6.5, got 1039 from my position.
I'll be rippling off 4 harms on it.
Halo lead, Halo 2, I'm right behind you. About 5 miles.
Roger, that is excellent. If you could just, I'm going to be running in for a JDAM drop, so if you just keep an eye on me, and then I'll go convert to full cap then.
Copy with your right.
Come take it. Runway, come take it.
Going in now, stay
23 miles, 040 from me.
Staying full burn, 4 minutes to drop.
Now I have 3 bandits over front line.
2, if you just keep an eye on the SAP.
Yep, keeping an eye. There's a bandit to our... You see the bandit? It's like 030.
My SA's clean, but I've got it set to 40 for this drop, so...
I'm going to ask you to be crazy and sit on the runway there because I don't feel safe being
I've got 4 bandits in engagement area 80 miles south from
Kuritasi traffic, Baby Bear. Downwind, runway 09.
Okay, Halo 4 airborne. Halo lead is 2.5 minutes to weapon release.
Shaken is 1 minute away from arm release on 6. We will get this down.
Between us, we'll kill it.
I'm at Mach 1.4 heading in.
Crazy traffic, excited for downwind 08.
We do have...
Got a bogey lingering in the north mountain valley, just 4.5.
We do have sound protection over Katazi.
Okay, once if we kill this, I would personally recommend we just defend Katazi from now on, because well, not 4 Hornets, so... Okay, saying that if we get time, I don't know how long we've been going, but I'd be armed with a couple of arms for the last 120. Halo 2, could you go left and then try and head off that bandit that's inbound from 010?
Copy, going left. 010. Station traffic, site for inbound.
Needs 40 seconds to drop. I'll drop them until we've got a bandit coming direct in actually as well, so I'll drop and I'll turn left and support you too.
4 Magnums away on the SA-6.
Kuritasi traffic, Baby Bear cleared runway.
I'll come press the bandits here in a bit.
Should we pick up those 2?
Wait, Fox 3 bandit 10 miles. In close. North Mountains. Shifty's going to be coming up behind you, I believe. Never mind, he's past you.
Okay, Fox 3, turning cold on the bandit coming from the east. Turning support against the 2 from the north.
Halo 4,
Got all 4 arms. Joining anti-air.
Halo 2's Fox 3 on that bandit. Frickin' the harms went stupid. As they always do.
Told you
Jesus. The hell they did to my arms.
They didn't do anything. It's the way they set up this mission. This SA6 keeps turning itself off, which sends the harms to...
Well, they shouldn't. They have GPS, so they shouldn't. But, well.
Still got the GBUs on the way.
Roger, heading over to start engaging. Gonna start engaging these guys over the
We lost you
mountains.
there, 15. The 15's dead, 50 killed.
Fox 3 times 2.
Remember not to get sucked in, too.
Now I'm going cold, they're already pitbull.
Right. I've got him locked, the guy you foxed on, I'm coming in from his 3 o'clock. Fox 3 long.
SA6 down, it looked like.
Halo flight, whiskey speaking, good hit, SA6 is destroyed.
Nice coordinates, whiskey.
Who's turning back in?
Weak turning cold.
Lost him on SA though.
Yeah, same, that's why I've turned cold, heading back towards... Who's Charlie, is that, Shane and Ruby, I recommend you pull back slightly and maybe rearm with more...
Roger.
Bandits are back, heading cold, and flanking.
I still have 2 live long sticks.
Shane, I think you've got 1 hot on you, you're 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, sorry.
Roger.
Capcom, sir.
Turn into the third. Yeah, 5 o'clock.
I think we've achieved all we can achieve, guys. I suggest we're nearly out of time as well. RD being safe in the airframe.
Roger.
Copy, 2 smart TP.
Cable.
And negative for whiskey, we're gonna throw out some more missiles.
Halo from RTB.
Fox 3 times 2, going cold.
Bobby Fox 3 times 2, going cold. Same target, I think, so that should give him something to think about. Okay, Halo flight RTB.
Roger.
Actually,
Katesi or Sanaki?
Katesi and, well, I think, did the A-10s just say they were staying up?
RGB Katesi.
Let's just move back towards Katesi and we'll just hold over ahead. Whiskey flight, what are your intentions?
Looks like they're prosecuting where the SA6 was. Yeah, they've got missiles.
Yeah, I think they were waiting for that. Okay.
Whiskey flight using the absence of the SA6 in order to down whatever we can on the ground.
Make it quick and then egress.
Big, I think I just saw Lorne.
Halo 3 RTB.
2, you still with? Okay, I'm just going to turn hot towards where those 3 A-10s are to try and give them a lift because they've got a bite. Break, caution A-10s, bandit hot on your position from the east. Danger close.
Copy that. Tally bandit in T-pod.
Leave them, don't protect them. It's okay if they die. Be tactical.
Copy him.
Contains traffic will become initial.
You copy that, Halo lead?
I did. Okay, A-10s, I've just sent a long-range Fox 3 towards your position. Hopefully it'll scare the guy off. Best case, worst case, it will shoot one of you down.
Okay, copy that.
There we go. Never mind, that wasn't you. That A10, that AIM-120's picked something up. Whiskey 5-2 Cap, we are RTBing now. I don't think you can push him away for long enough so we can push back in again.
Yeah, I'd RTB. It's, we've been told to knock it off now on RTB, so...
Pushing it downwind away, Daisy traffic, Halo 2's inbound. Fuck, that was a painful mission. Chicken turning finals. Oh wait, there. Was that another 3 F-15s down? Yeah. Down to 4. And 7 Harriers.
Well, we didn't do too bad. We got the primary target.
Shifty.
Not lost anything yet. It's all the work on it. Another F-14 shot now.
Yeah, that's slowing down. Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm gonna jump out my plane because this is just getting fucking dangerous. I'll catch you guys back in this. Daisy traffic, Halo 2's uninitial 09. Daisy traffic, shaken finals 08. 3 down, lock, full stop. Turning to final. Halo 3 will roll along, left side. Halo 2's in the break. There's a traffic Halo 4 and finals. Traffic, Halo 2's turning finals, right? Daisy traffic, shade. Oh, Halo 3 clear, active. Taxiing back to ramp. Daisy traffic, active runway clear.
OB Cap.
Send.
Please explain why one of your F-18s is landing at a non-blue base, looking at Redfor.
Where is he?
Am I in the wrong base? Oh man.
Have you landed at that silly little runway?
I might have. Oh Jesus. Anyway, I'm not landing, so I'm good. 0.
Chat, baby.
Send.
Just had a chat with the Hornet driver. He was just practicing his approach before he did it for real in front of the camera. He's now heading over to Kataisi to land at the correct airport.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but just checking.
Halo 3 AFK, 20 seconds.
Are you in, Obi?
Hey, son.
Fuck, I'm gonna just do a straight in.
I'm on the runway at the moment, but I'll be clear in a minute.
Because traffic, Halo 2 is on final for 08 straight in.
Traffic,
Daisy traffic, whiskey at initials, runway 08.
traffic. Halo 2's on finals early.
Crazy traffic, whiskey flight of 2 Warthogs breaking into the pattern.
Send.
Are we just disconnecting when we Tacview?
Disconnect, please.
No glorious exit. Just disconnect.
Roger.
Break Halo 2 clear.
Crazy traffic, whiskey flight of 2 Warthogs turning final, runway 08.
Okay, guys, it's obviously incredibly complicated mission, so we're going to go through it in a structured way. Can we have Hammer speak up what you guys got up to, please?
Hammer lead. We did fine in the beginning. Took off, got off. Shifty was going to cover the southern flank, and I was going to cover the northern and share that task with the Eagles and stuff. And we got up. Mostly Shifty was fine there in the south until I was starting to go after some targets in the north. They were popping up and down out of the valleys very smartly, might I add, doing a very good job of evading radar detection. At the last minute, I saw them turn cold at about 40 miles, so I started to turn cold. And unfortunately, the valley I turned into to retreat in was covered by Estrella and tagged me.
Roger.
Yep. Shifty had lots and lots of trouble trying to get any radar locks, fired a lot of Fox 3s off at targets that Jester kept losing lock, and then unfortunately I must apologise to Leighton. I shot him down with friendly fire. Ooh. Again, there were 2 flankers ahead of me, and Leighton was in there somewhere, and Jester kept losing the lock, so I pal-moded it and eyeballed it and got it wrong, so my fuck up. And I died on the way home, and I don't know what hit me.
You snapped your wing off while I was watching your G level. Well, I don't know about unlucky, but okay, boys. Both Tomcats lost. Let me update that. It says harder on blue side, and it looks Shifty, so it's harder.
Yeah, but hang on a minute. Hang on, I broke my wing off, and I was only rolling a little bit. I wasn't pulling any G.
Well, I've been complaining at Heap for this, but apparently I just don't know what I'm talking about. So
apparently it's working as intended.
Hashtag packet loss.
I reckon I must have had a bad frame. Who's my bloody mechanic? Harrison!
I will say, when I was evading what I thought was coming at me, I saw only a 15 spike on my RWR, so I dove and hit the burners. And when you're facing off against Estrella, that's the last thing you want to do.
So careful in those flanks, so dangerous. That's why you can't really have the 14s going that far in, to be honest.
I hadn't expected them to be that close in. I was only still 10 miles west of, the longitude border where the FIBA is. I was still 10 miles left when I turned cold, so I wasn't expecting them that close. And it's just, I'll own it, but I hadn't expected that. So.
Okay.
Yeah, Cap, I got 1 kill. I shot down Harrison in his K-50.
Wow, that's just impressive. I don't know how you managed that. You weren't going
with
low
a Sparrow,
enough.
no less.
Right. Okay. That's that. Next is Raiders lot.
We split it into 3 sectors, so 1 down the center, 115 on the southern mountains, 1 on the north mountains, and we're always going quite well. But then when the Su-27 started getting close, I got shut down first. Got an AWACS call for 11 miles. I think it was 097 or something, turned in, and then by that time he would have been like 8 miles. Got a missile warning, tried to hit the deck, didn't get down quick enough. King Gear got shot down by Shifty in the center, and well, we know what happened later.
No, King Gear got shot by a Squirtle.
By Squirtle.
Yeah, Shifty's in blue, remember?
Yes, I meant Squirtle, sorry.
Roger. And what happened to Leighton? Oh, he was friendly fire. Roger. Oh dear. We're down four Eagles, guys, and a long way to go. I hope we got all of the SAM sites on the map.
You guys are going to be flying Tigers before this campaign's out.
Right. Oh dear. Right. Well, there you go. Mirages, I think.
Right, long story short, got up, got in the cap, got separate, chased 2 flankers, no hits, and I took a ET with running out of flares.
Exactly like planned.
Yeah.
Copy that. Same with me at F5.
So
there here in the Mirage, accidental discharge of magics. I tried to jettison my bottom tank and it took away my magics.
Jesus.
Right, so did we lose both Mirages?
Negative. Mirage number 2 landed safe and sound.
Roger. Okay, so we lost 1 Mirage and we lost...
And 1 F5. Got tagged by...
F5, where's that gone? There it is.
That's why I take that 15.
Cap, you're really sneaky with your F5 there.
We'll go through
I was just about to say.
Yeah, Cap managed to kill like 2 guys.
We'll get there.
Okay, guys, can we have... It's going to be the Harriers next, isn't it?
Okay, so we were operating in tandem with the Hornets today. We were carrying primarily just a long-distance laser tag T-pod operation, so just some sidewinders as protection. We've got up, we were flying our Angels 30, just running racetracks north-south, spotting for the Hornets. Unfortunately, Atomic got caught by one of the flankers from below and took a ER, whatever it is, or whatever one it is. ET to his underside, and that died. I turned east and started retreating. Got an email saying my Hornet stick had been dispatched. Then I got a spike from what turned out to be Shadow. I think he launched at me. I did some mad diving and dodging stuff and managed to get away from him. And I just basically RTB'd at that point, just said, yeah, it's too dangerous out there for me.
Roger, so you survived. So 1 Harrier down. Okay. Right, Obi and co.
Okay, so yeah, we took off. We go just after the Harriers, split into 2 elements straight away. Myself and Ripcord went ahead with the Harriers with harms to try and thin out the short range stuff. Popped a few harms off. I think we killed some SA8s and bits and bats like that, nothing major. Then I headed south to try and give Rage a hand when he was engaged, but I only spotted it on the SA when they were pretty much merged, and Rage gone down by the time I got within range. Got a fox off at whoever jumped him, turned him cold, so then I went back up then to the primary mission. Harriers passed us some coordinates which Sane and Ruby dropped on. Unsure on the effect on it. I think they were very, very close misses, the first ones, I think.
1 miss and 1 hit.
Oh, perfect. So 1 hit, so that would be, they should have been targeted on SA6 radar, so hit that. Then the A10s passed us coordinates, which were different than the ones we'd had. So we RTB'd and rearmed, and I dropped 2 JDAMs on the A10 coordinates, 1 miss and 1 hit at the radar. So we got 2 radars. The SA6 and it had 2 radars, so we had a backup. So we got both of those. And somewhere in all that lot, I shot Kingston down in a KA-50 from 15 miles away.
So you get Kingston for flying too hard.
And one thing to just note is Sane tried the standard Iron Hand harm attack on Shifty's SAM site, and they obviously failed and went wild because the SAMs were very, very highly trained by somebody.
So did you kill both SA6s?
Negative. It was the main target was the southernmost one, the most western one, and that is dead.
That's a lot of dead fighters for 1 SA6, boys. You've got about 20 more SA6s to kill.
There was also a bunch of SA-15s out there taking out warheads on the way in.
Yep, that's a thing.
Right.
That is a thing.
It's a big grind to get through them. There's, you know, we're going to have to think of a different way around.
Yes,
Go
definitely.
round.
This is going back to what I said earlier in the briefing about this shifty people being a.
Right. Anything else from the Hornets? Didn't lose any, did you?
Negative, no losses.
Okay. Oh, your Hornets have been doing well for a long time. Okay. Right, Hornets. Sorry, who's next? I'm completely forgetting now.
A10.
A10, send.
Okay, we were sadly pretty much useless for most of the game because we were inhibited by those SA6s in the south. We managed to push in for one run right before the game ended, got a couple of missiles off and a couple of kills, but yeah, we should have coordinated better with the Hornets so that we can take out those SA6s earlier in the game. Then we could have done a lot more damage.
Roger.
Yeah, I would agree with that. The coordinates the A10s had were good. Obviously, the Harriers ones were good as well because we got half of it. But
there's one kill in that, and I don't think it should count. How many lives are the Reds supposed to get? 2.
They have 2 lives each, unless they do swapsies. Yeah.
Well, Shadow cheated.
Oh dear.
Yes, because not only did he cheat, he lied as well because he came in. Right, so he had a control flight into terrain whilst he was ingressing on the southern mountains, and then he took off again and he died in the northern mountains. And then he came into the channel and he asked me if it's all right if he can respawn because he clipped his wing on something when he landed. So he said that he landed and he clipped his wing, and then we say, well, yeah, that's all right because if you clip your wing, it's just like you're refueling and stuff. Just give it a couple of minutes, and then he takes off again, and then he kills Leighton Wing in the A10C. So he had 3 lives, totally against the rules.
Oh dear! Why did you do that, Shadow? Is he gone?
Because it's Shadow.
Quiet. 6 game.
Oh well, he gets the 3-game ban then. Gumbo found this out the hard way. Right, it's not much you can say about it. All right, boys. We'll keep the A10 kill because, to be honest, I don't really care if the A10's been shot, but we'll punish Shadow obviously because
we have another mission.
Indigo had 2 points against him on there, right? But he explained it was just a clip. Like I think he said, Squirtle clipped his wing on the taxiway. Yeah, I saw it on the Tacview. So I mean, he's telling the truth and everything. That's all good. But I don't know why Shadow completely lied about it.
Well, we'll get his version at some point, I guess. Okay, guys, you can sort that out, Rich.
Helos.
Let me just have a look.
Blue helos.
No, you haven't got a Supercap. Supercap.
Oh yeah.
I figured we've got enough ground attack and we've got enough cap. I can't really add much to it, so I wanted to start scoping out the flanks, the southern and the northern, just to see how easy it is to get through, how quickly the flankers get on top of you, to see what happens if we can start doing some vegan strikes and something like that. And it's difficult, basically. It's impossible to hide. I was going, as you see in the movie, under 50 feet, and you just can't hide from the AWACS, and the AWACS just directed the flanker straight to me. I managed to get 2 of them, which I was chuffed about, in a epoxy little thingy. But then another one was obviously vectored to me, and hunted me down. So the worrying thing is, if I had a group of 4 vegans going through there, they would hunt me down really easily, however low I fly.
Say this, you took 2 of them with you, Cap.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, maybe that's a valid way of doing this, get a bunch of F5s and just shooting them down like that. But that's something we've got to contend with anyway. So I didn't really gain much useful information apart from I certainly can't get around the northern side. So that's that. Zulu choppers.
Yeah, so Dove and I had some comms issues, so we flew separately.
My radio, my SRS wasn't working at first. I got it fixed, but eventually I took out the southern convoy, and I don't know how many I got on the front lines, but I did some damage.
I haven't counted. It looked about 30%, so just off a free airframe there. But Obi, what was have we got a benefit for killing that convoy?
Well, I was thinking a similar benefit if they killed all the troops.
Okay, so you get 2 extra airframes for choppers. Woot woot. So what I'm going to do is intel planning. So I put it up to 16. So that's good, guys. Now the bad thing is, how many choppers did you lose?
4.
Yeah, I thought you might.
I got 1 shot sniped. It was horrible.
Roger. It's very dangerous being a helo unless you literally 4 foot off the ground. Right. So that's that. I haven't put my loss. 16 and 10. So that's our heaviest loss so far. 10 planes and 4 helicopters. That's pretty hardcore. So we've got to really hope that Reds are about to lose more than 10 planes. So, Reds, what did you guys get up to?
I think Helos will be quickest to go first.
Send Helos.
Yeah, me and Kingston, we went down the southern mountains to try and get to Kataisi to do a cheeky strike on it, but Shifty got. We respawned, and then we went to the main objective. I think I had a bit of a heli war with Dove.
You did? Cool dogfight.
Yeah, and then we
I didn't
ended
even
up, I
see
think...
I went down. You were just chasing.
I'm back.
Yeah, he was literally on your 6 chasing you as you were going down, Dove. It looked awesome.
Shadow,
yeah,
Shadow.
I was all shut up by then. I couldn't.
Let's just carry on with this for the time being. Sorry, helicopters, what you were saying?
Yeah. And then we destroyed all of the blues that we could see in the town, all the ground units.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, we tested it because we then flew over the town a few times and didn't get shot at again, so I think we got them all.
Roger.
Some infantry survived.
Alright.
Oh, so it'll be okay, so if all the infantry didn't die, then it'll be at least you get 1 airframe from it.
Yeah.
So how many airframes did you lose?
2, because on Kingston's RTB he got DC'd.
Yeah, fair enough. So that's 2 minus 1, so you got 1 actual loss then, which is not bad. Okay, helicopters. And did you medivac Caesar or anything?
No, we're in K50, so we couldn't.
Oh, Roger. Okay, planes in a nice structured format. Redfor planes.
Okay, so first life I took off. What did I do? I think I was patrolling north. Cap flight, and then Cap came through the valley. I lost Cap, and he got me from behind with a nice hit. So that was the first flight. Second flight, I took off, flew north again, and was just holding off the blues at the north. I didn't get shot down or anything, but I think I fired a few missiles. I don't know who it was. There was an F-14. I got fired at a lot. Several missile launches, but then just flew back and RTB'd. So I lost 1 flanker.
You did a good job, buddy. You sucked in so many AIM 54s and didn't get dinned.
That's his job.
Yep. On my first life, I took off, and I went to follow Squirtle for a flank from the north. As I was hugging the valleys, I clipped my wing, so I decided to RTB. And I RTB just fine and landed. And I didn't run a repair actually. I did respawn, and then I took off again. Went for the north again, as Indigo and Seahorse were causing a big destruction. I think I killed Cap at that point. Then I went north for a while at the front lines, and I think I got laden wing in his agency. Saw the SAM firing at him, so fired at him and RTB'd.
There seems to be confusion about you having 3 lives. I still don't really understand it myself, to be honest.
Well, he's not turning up on the Tacview. He's disappeared on Tacview when he's hit that hill. Now, Shadow, when you're explaining this, when you came into the channel, you said you landed and you clipped your wing.
No, I clipped my wing, then I went to land.
Well, you got to explain this better. So yeah, when you were talking to us about it, you said that you landed and you clipped your wing and you were stopped and then you respawned. Right, so that makes it sound like you hit a pole or something and you respawned. Right, you never said that you hit a hill. Right, but we're seeing it on the I'm seeing it on the Tacview, and you hit the hill at what, 19 minutes? 19 minutes in, and then if you did RTB, then he flies back until 32 minutes in, and then he respawns. So he might have.
Yeah, I get it. So he just respawned, other than repairing, basically, didn't it? So that sounds like the problem. Yeah, I mean, try and repair, guys, because it's just fairer for everyone, and rather than respawning. But I see the confusion there, so whatevs. Okay, fine. Next. Red.
That was it.
Indigo. Hello? Oh, he's not here.
How many losses were for Shadow, sorry?
So that would be 2 losses for Shadow. Now, what was the rule that you made for people if they take off and they clip the wings or something and they respawn? Does that count as 1 loss, or are you do it like in this case, so you're not doing that?
So what he did, by the sounds of things, is he took off, he damaged himself, then he came back and then he landed, which is all fine, so there's no loss of airframe there. And then he respawned instead of repairing, which you're not allowed to do, but I obviously didn't understand that. So
I did come in here and ask Rage about it.
Yeah, it's alright. It's just
and
an
he
obvious
told
bit.
me,
Yeah, but you guys just misunderstood each other, so it doesn't matter. So there's no actual loss of life in what we're just talking about there. It's just that he, instead of repairing, he just respawned in a new jet.
Roger.
So how many lives did you lost? Like get shot down, kind of thing.
I lost, I think, 2 lives.
Roger.
One life.
One life, yeah. One life.
Roger. Next, Red.
So I took off with Seahorse, went north, just going in around the mountains, popping up, shooting stuff. And then Seahorse says he's got something, so I turn around. Says it's in front of me on the data link. I do vertical scan, nothing. And I go down into the valley. You find me Cap, and then I take an aim 9.
Supercap! I did that through the clouds as well. Supercap or Supercap. That's
and
nice.
And then respawned, went back up north with Seahorse, just got trash in the mirror with an ET, and then just dodging missiles really.
Roger, did you survive the second time?
Yes.
1 loss. That's quite a bit annoying. Next.
Squirtle's not here.
Yep.
Can anyone quickly look at the Tacview and see what he did?
2 losses, Squirtle.
2 losses.
He did two losses, yeah, for Squirtle. He did take out some.
Roger, yep, fine. Okay, guys. Well, let's look at the end of that. So that's +5, -4. So the Reds after that, because they just thrashed us completely there, fair and square thrashed us. Even with me killing 2 of them, there's still the deficit is now +4 for Red. So Reds get 4 extra Gen 4 airframes than us, which sucky long time. And that is it really. Sorry, let me work this out. +3, -3, and they've got a deficit of 0 on the helicopters now.
Well done, Reds. Woo!
Yeah, they severely whooped our ass there. So I'm not going to moan at you because you guys, Blues, you will be punished through the campaign outcome by the looks of things. Any final thoughts? Send.
Shadow didn't include.
Where does Tacview record by default?
What do you mean?
The path.
Tacview says a track file. Yeah, where the says.
So it's your users, your username or /name,
Just in my
games,
documents.
and DCS open beta, and you can go to.
Yeah, documents Tacview, buddy.
All right.
Oh, it didn't record today. You're gonna have to use someone else's.
Roger, can someone send me their Tacview, please? I'm sure someone will have it out there. Okay, I mean, really good fight. From a neutral point of view, really good fight, everyone. That was proper. The gloves are really coming off on both sides. Everyone's really going for it now. The only bad side for the Blues is we didn't really actually get much done. We took out one, pretty shit SAM site. So we're going to have to find a new solution for this campaign. Otherwise, we're going to run out, obviously. But that's going to be Blues' problem. But this week, you guys start planning for the next few days and figure out the way around this. Any final thoughts before I sign off?
Yes, you put in an A10A.
Yeah, they're in there, Elo, aren't they?
Nah, just these.
Yeah, sure. Just Roger, I'll do that.
Since they
Can I have
they
grab you for
disposed
5 minutes
I could take
before
one
you
of
go,
those
Cap,
out
as
and
well?
I could put in some Merc or some ground units.
Roger, Obi. Anything else apart from Obi? Right, okay, guys, I'm going to put that together. I'll see you back for Wednesday.
Copy that. Later,
Later,
Cap.
Cap. I'm out the rest of the week, so I'll see you guys.
Okay, later, fellas. Have a good day.
night, everyone.
Good night.
Roger.
Alright.
Hello, welcome back. So we need to go through the Tacview now and somehow try and figure out this giant mission that we did. So let's get straight on with it. Here's the blue base, here's the red base, here's all the red assets, here's the blue front line, and that's about it. Off we go. With the Reaper out first. I'm not sure what the Reaper is actually doing. But so with Atomic out first, Indigo Seahorse north, Shadow Squirtle south. Gonna have a lot to look out for. Blue guys on Cap, F-15 south, F-15 middle, F-15 north. The 2 boys up here doing their getting their coordinates. Whistler here, Shifty here. Lovely Cap setup. 1, 2, 3 guys, and then 2 rear heavy movers, and then here come the main this kind of strike force. So it was a really good setup to begin with. Red's not falling, not coming through here. They're going through the not going through the middle where they can get sniped by F-14s. They're going around the outside where they're super deadly. These two, ooh, dangerously close. They are just high enough, obviously, so they're sticking to the height, the ceiling, and that's why they're not getting shot. Missiles out. So that's an SA-6 firing on these two F-18s, Obi and Ripcord wingman pair. Just dodge that with ease. Kingo has to be careful being in so far up so high. Very easy to get these flankers coming in the belly. Squiddle's moving in. I don't know where Shadow got to, but okay. Kingston and Harrison are coming around the side here. They're going for an attack on Kutaisi, which is very cheeky. Okay, Rage and Squiddle are going to face off. Not sure how Rage didn't find out about Squiddle, because Squiddle is high. It's 8,000 feet, and well, I think it's high. Not the greatest of starts. I think it's on the deck, actually. Rage realises at the last minute that this guy's here, somehow, by which time it's going to be too late. He's going to get killed. 6 miles. Very hard to dodge that shot. At 6 miles when we're high up, almost impossible, actually. Very little we could have done there. Wrong place, wrong time. Excellent work by Squiddle there. Just caught one of our F-15s, just slightly in the wrong place, basically. This guy, of course, doesn't have data link, so it's very hard for Rage to know that this guy's actually here. So, there we go. One criticism maybe is a little bit far out. Didn't have much support, but that's about all we can say there. Choppers are doing their thing. Oh, God. Chopsticks has gone in to kill the red units. Does he do anything? Kill some, but get shot down. Ah, they might have killed more than 50% then. By the time Dove gets there, I should evaluate that in a bit. So 115 and one chopper down from on the blues. What's next? The Kappa, blue Kappa, very far in. Leighton, look how far in he is. Just high enough to evade these SAMs. Whistler, dangerously low. This is what we said. I said this very clearly in the briefing. Remember, if you're going to go on these flanks, you better go fast and high. And he's going slow and low. So he absolutely did deserve to get shot down. I know he won't watch this and listen, but he will learn if he gets shot enough times. We've got an interesting AGM 88 coming down. Let's just see the... Yeah, how about that? That is a SA-8 South. Let's get this BDA on the go. SA-8 South. And we've got an AIM-120 chasing Squiddle off, which is nice. Something's going on over here, but I'm not sure what it was. King Gears dancing with Indigo. Not really much going on. The cap's up. I'm on my little journey. Trashes. 3 cap guys are up. Mirages never really seem to get much of achieved on this map. Very competitive for a Mirage to do much good. Okay. King Gears heading back. Whistler very low, going to get shot. Leighton very low, going to get shot. Kind of move in like that, can't we? Right, what's next? Missiles out. Someone's way too low. Who is it? How high are those Mirages? They are at the right altitude. Change was 24, so I'm not sure what exactly they went over. I don't know what it is that shot at them. They're dodging, so it must be radar guided. I don't know what that is. Something shot at them. Bit worrying. Can get really into red territory. Very dangerous place to be. He's really got to be race tracking here, like this. Race tracking. Not going into the red terrain at all. Doesn't need to be in there, kind of going toe to toe with these guys. Anyway, Blue's made it out okay. Sorry, the Mirage has made it out okay. Whistler has gone, I think. Where did Whistler go? Yep. No, Whistler. We knew it was coming. If you're going to fly around at 5,000 feet, you will get shot down all day. Leighton, very lucky to be alive there. Far too low. Duff's going in again. SA6 is shooting the A10Cs away. King Gear is now getting chased by Indigo. Trass is just dodging those missiles again. Again, they're not doing anything wrong. They're sticking to the prescribed altitude, but apart from Leighton. Leighton's going to get shot. Oh, it's not Leighton's day. He's just too low. I'm not sure what he's trying to achieve here. Should know much better than that. Anyway, they all seem to survive again somehow. Missiles up for Elo. Jammy. Look at that. How many missiles are out? Very jammy. Look at that. Look at Elo. It's just flying in circles around a Sam. Oh dear. That's not good form. Right, what else was going on? King Gear just too far into the red zone. There's no doubt it was going to get picked off. He's getting fired up by Sams. He's got Squiddle hunting underneath him. Whole bunch of 8.8s going out, so that we'll go and follow that up in a second. And a 120. It was too aggressive up there. If he was over here, he could play this much better. And does get shot down, as he should do, hanging around the Reds, hanging over Sams. It's not going to happen. Elo goes down. We saw. Let's have a look at these 8.8, shall we? Hey! Oh, 1. Great. So that's an SA8. Where is that? At the South FO6. Right, we're not doing very well here. King Gear's down, Elo's down. Shifty's got M54s in. Someone dies there. Seahorse? No, he doesn't. Thinking nothing's going on down here. Nope. I've evaded the Sams nicely, which is good. Okay. So a lot of the blue caps down already. 1 Tomcat down, 2 F-15s down, 1 almost down, 1 F-5 down. See what this 54 does. Nah, no chance. Great flying by the flankers. Not a single mistake from the flankers. Everything's perfect. We've got stuff going out. 120C from from these F-18s. And another 54 from Shifty, I guess that is. Missiles out. Trash is going to get whacked. Looks like we're going to have to increase our altitude limit, our altitude ceiling. We're getting blasted at Angels 22. Going to have to go up to Angels 25. Which just makes everything that bit harder. Ripcord's out. Leighton getting shot at again. Angels 21. Good altitude, but just not enough. Trash heading out. Cap's about to run into Seahorse and Indigo. Bless them. Not sure what that Leighton shot was all about. So we've killed his 2 SA6s, so 8 so far. That's a bit. Oh, they're hunting for me, look. I think they're hunting for me. M54 on one of them. One goes straight in front of me. Big mistake. The other one... Yeah, they're definitely looking for me, look. They must have got vectored by the AWACS or something. Just shows you just can't hide from that AWACS. You go as low as you want, they will find you in that AWACS. Incredibly frustrating. So really not how... I don't know how we're going to push forward in this campaign. We haven't got enough planes left to go through the middle here. And we just have the ability to go around the outside. It's going to require master pilots to go around the outside to beat that cap. Shadow's coming in to track me down. AGM-88. We've got a shack, maybe. An OSA. I'll go with that. Man, these SE6s are well defended. Ah, got some GBUs, it's more like it. Hey, we got something, look. What do we get? What do we get? No kill. GBUs, miss. And SA6 back up. We think that was the cert. That's weird. Didn't die. That's never good. Yay! Right, I'll have to go and check that up, but the chances are that is a track radar for an SA6. So that is going to be SA6 South. Check. Oops. Where do we get to? Pop, 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 pop. GBUs go in. Shadow gets me, obviously. I was just found a Miller. Git. Pyong. Poor distant cap. That's that. Trash is still alive. Someone's getting shot down there. I'm not sure what that is. Chopsticks goes in again for this base, but it's just whatever, just gets hit too much. Taken down. SA6. Oh, hang on, that's the SA6 firing. Look, we've just killed the radar, but apparently the SA6 is firing, so that may not be the radar. Ah, that's ever so slightly worrying. 18 miles, look. Right, so we've really got to find out what we've just killed there. Well, I can tell you its name is called... it did have a name a minute ago. Its name is Back Up West, so that just needs investigating. Got a horrible feeling we haven't actually killed anything, which would be disastrous. Boys dodge them. Good work by the A10s. They haven't done anything. A10s are always doing good work. We've just, you know, it's not much they can do. Shadowed, I'm not sure what he's shooting at. But Trash is going to go toe to toe with Shadow. We've got a missile out, but Shadow's gone in the mountains and hid. And now Trash has got Shadow on him. Also, Squiddle's got through. That's never a good thing when Squiddle gets through. He's going around on the ground here. He's going to start belly shooting people. It's an ET up at Atomic. Very little Atomic can do. Ah, but Squiddle does get hit at least by whatever that is, Avenger or something. That is Atomic down. Trash is going out fast, and Shadow's after him. Unbelievable, the Reds have done this amount of damage. Everyone's running away from Shadow. It's going to get someone. He's going after Cypher. Cypher dodges well, which is not that easy to do. That was a 1,1200, not missile, by the time it got to him. That's good work. The Shadow's getting out now. I think the Blues are going to have to start moving their SAMs forward a little bit. We need, you know, we're not going to last 2 more missions like this. Okay, I mean, there's only this little pocket of Blues left. Davis on his famous run. Shadow has found someone else. Oh, that's beautiful timing. That's beautiful timing. Linebacker gets him. Oh no, an ET's off. That may hit him. Great dodging. Look at that, using his NWS. Can he dodge a 73 as well? Yes, he can. That's great work. Nice. Right. Very good. Anything else happening? Dove goes and kills Convoy, so I've got to make a note of that to take that off the map. Convoy. South. I think it was the south one he got. Trash is back on scene. Don't think much gets achieved for a while. Dove kills the Convoy. It's helicopter wars, isn't it? Yep, we saw that on the video. Dove has a scrap with Harrison. Harrison comes off better. Dove is down. Harrison goes and apparently wipes out these blues, or I haven't seen anything wiped out yet, but we'll see. Seahorse and Indigo's turn for the Reds. Operating on the north. What have we got going on here? We've got Leighton and Shifty attacking. The Hornets are up for their second run. Seahorse and Indigo just hiding in the mountains, sucking up blue missiles, which is what their job is. Shadow Danger Man's coming back. All very dangerous stuff. We've got some 88s going out. Crazy 88s. Good, great work by the Reds there. I'll see what's going on there in a second. Let's just go and check these 88s out. Come on, let's get some more kills. Definitely need some more kills. Nothing. The SA-6 is programmed to turn its radar off as soon as these missiles are detected, which is a bit naughty really, because there's no way to actually detect these missiles with an SA-6, so that is a thing. Right, what's going on with this fight? Something pretty sweet's going on. So, lots of trading and missiles going on. Little chainsaw going on with Shifty and Leighton and the other pair. Good shot there, ET from Seahorse, but Shifty should outrun it. Get behind that terrain. Does. Leighton's back, firing. Great work from both sides. Everyone's doing it right. Leighton gets a little close, and he almost gets sammed, but he's a bit jammy. He gets away with it. Some 54s going in from Shifty. Just check we are recording. We are. Great work from the Reds. Hiding. Oh, I think Leighton's just gone down. Oh, this is the friendly fire. Is it a friend? No. Where's Leighton? Oh, yes, this is the friendly fire. Look. No. Shifty. It's hard. The F-14's pretty terrible within 20 miles, to be honest. And just showing it there. Very hard plane to operate. It's really only useful for sniping. Yeah, sorry. Very frustrating for the Blues at this point. The Blues, the other Hornets come in and help. I think 2 Hornets here have gone cap. I've just missed their Hornets run as well, I think. All that fighting was going on. Oh god, so much to look at. So that's the last F-15 down. Missiles out by these guys. That is a lot to follow. GBUs, missiles, A-10's been very patient, very excellent flying from the A-10s yet again. Patient, conservative. Let's see, these 88s go dodgy because the SA-6s have turned their radars off. Hope these G31s do something good. Okay, we've got a kill on A. Main West. Not sure exactly what unit that is, but it's an SA-6 Main West goes down. So, SA-6 Main West. Hopefully that's that. And that is a lot of airframes lost for one SA-6. You've got to admit. Not really, can't really win an attrition war like this. Right, now we've lost everything that went over here. So, what happened? Leighton went down. 2 Hornets came in to replace him. Lots of missiles exchanged. Very stubborn Reds. They just will not go leave us alone. Look, keeping them at bay with 120Cs. Shifty's in there for the final chase. Not much you can do, really. Oops. Meanwhile, I remember A10 actually does get shot down. Let's just zoom back out here a little bit. Yep. We've got... some 65s went out, didn't they? And Shadow Danger Man was in. And you got an R77, and that takes Leidenfink out. Pew pew lasers. Another kill to the Reds. At least we got some ground units down. We got a T-72, T-72, and BMP, and T-72. Okay. Anything else? I don't think there was anything else, was there? Okay, so T-72 3 times. And 1 times BMP. South. Okay, where did... What happens next? So he gets... Leidenwing gets shot down. Great flying by the Reds. You just can't fault anything. It's so frustrating. Oh, Shifty just tears his own wings off. I'm getting sick of this with the Tomcat, to be honest. I get really... Oh, he went to 18G. Haha, that's fair enough. That's fair enough, Mr. Heatblur. And we won't like a close-up on this, I can tell you, but... Yeah, it's 18, nearly 19G, so... what can you say? Very muff. Okay. The rest of the guys RTB. That's it. Now, the boys did say that they killed the blue units. No, they said they didn't. They said they killed half. Yeah. I don't think we killed half of the the Reds. So they got their point there, so that's all well. All in all, very not much damage done. We only shot 5 Red guys down. We killed 1 SA6 probably, and a handful of units for 10 airframe losses, so that's bad. So what we need is you guys watching. If anyone's made it long enough in the video, you've got to find a way of us to complete this campaign, because we've invested an awful lot into this campaign and we really want to finish it. The way things are going, if we're going down the middle here, we're going to just run out of airframes. These SAM sites are too hard. They shut themselves off as soon as we fire missiles at them. They're heavily guarded by extremely well-disciplined flankers. If you've seen, you know, that's top play from the flankers. You know, what we're supposed to, how can we do this? And as I found today, even if I go down these valleys and stuff, they'll find you there. And if one of those flankers gets in with a bunch of 4 Vigans, all those 4 Vigans are going down. So low strikes aren't going to particularly work either. And even if you did, like I was saying to the boys, you do a low strike and get through, what would you expect to do? It's literally got, look at the amount of SA-15s. Nothing, anywhere, in any group, ever could get through that. That's going to take, just these amount of SA-15s is going to take a week of pummeling at them to reduce them. This is why Coffee Campaign is so ridiculously, uberly, stupidly, just way over the top hard. I don't know. I can't think of anything. The best, I hate to say it, oh, SA-11. The best thing now is if we could get rid of their data link. If we could get rid of their A50, they'll lose their data link. If they lose their data link, they've lost the ability to track us in the mountains. That's the best thing I've got. So we almost want a dedicated flight to 60,000 feet over the top here, go in, launch all 4 Phoenixes at that A50, and maybe we'll get a standing chance. That's the best idea I've got. Let me know what you think. You all know the rules by now. I'm sure you've watched this a lot more than I have. Hope you enjoyed that. See you later.